It doesn't come in at a rapid pace. This is where you would have been craving for something like a Kaisa or for a Vayne, but they have pivoted over to the set for the last support pick. Liberty, if you don't snowball in the early game, I think Sentinels take this game in the late stage.
Well, we're gonna see if that is indeed true or if this goes over to Liberty. Grandin, Riku, hype us up!
I'm hyping.
Yes, you are!
Sentinels and Liberty, hyping it up,
Woo, woo!
Got the energy going. I'm telling you what, Riku, I'm looking forward to the rematch. This is
gonna be crazy.
It's not just a game at this point. It's not just about the game. No. At this point, the WNS is this close to going into the group stage, making it the furthest they've ever made it in Wild Rift competitive history.
That is true.
Right.
That is true. When we look back at Horizon Cup, there were a lot of struggles, and now what an amazing feat. Yesterday, when Sentinels sent Kwangdong Freaks home, making it just 2 representatives from the WCK coming into groups. And meanwhile, Liberty, they won their match against Sentinels as well, 2-1. So it could repeat again.
Yeah, frankly,
around.
Sentinels is a team of 3-game series, close matches throughout, and they are prepared, I think, here to go the distance if they have to.
If they have to. I mean, as much as possible, of course, you want to get it into just 2-0. That is the dream. That is the goal here. But looking at the history of how Sentinels has been getting their wins, it's always these game 3s, and especially both of these two teams have already punched each other in the face already before.
Oh my.
Oh my is right.
That sounds quite rough, Riku.
But the thing is, the approach of Sentinels this time around is from the side of Sentinels to make sure to create this wall, create this fortress, as Rap has mentioned.
Okay, and Frieza's gonna come in. Smite will come across, but as Mana Frieza picks up the blue buff in the end, picks up a little bit more EXP. Beginning's caught out of position. Kona picks up the kill credit, but he goes down. A 1-for-1 exchange on both sides.
But that's first blood for Liberty here, but that was Sentinels getting deep into the jungle, into jungle territory of Liberty, so they were trying to find a pick themselves. But again, for the side of LBR, I'm looking at Mana Frieza here. Because Sentinels attempt to go over to the LBR jungle.
But Ty will look for a second try coming. Flashing in was not needed, but for safe measure, a second kill to Sentinels.
Really nicely done as a response here. I like this proactivity here from both of these teams, mainly from Sentinels. They were the ones that delved deep into the jungle of Liberty. They were the ones that set up that kill towards Freaks. And I feel like Tybe here on this Wukong, we saw him in game number 3 up against Kwangdong Freaks, being that enabler, being that play setter, rather, to access these team fights, to access these fights, rather.
Look at what Liberty's trying to get done now. They have sent a 3-man squad running into the jungle and spotted out here by the sweeper on the side of Sentinels. This red buff once again. A contentious point flashing in. Does get a chain of corruption down first, but can he get the follow-up? JY does not have his ultimate, still sends boss over the wall, flashing away.
That was too close for bot. Yeah, not a lot of opportunities there. They'd rather go back, reset, then fight at Rift Herald.
Wow, Mali is already becoming so tanky. The barrier from Kona used, but Ignite on the side of Mali as well. Blocks down a lot of the damage, and this side lane exchange looking good for Sentinels.
Yeah, good thing they both had Hull Breakers. That could have been very scary for Kona.
Rift Herald started off here by Sentinels. Liberty trying to find a way in.
Mana
Frieza comes in, gets a showstopper, a big one. Facebook uses as well. Chain of Corruption lands on the Kinsey, but Kinsey cannot be stopped. No one can stop the engage on the Rest. Rest goes down. A huge use of the Proto Belt to find the kill, to at least trade back for something on the Mana Frieza. They take down Kinsey over the back line as well, and somehow Sentinels again with a 2-for-1 exchange down turret if they can. 42 HP, very close to going down. Mana Frieza needs to be a little bit wary about this. Get tagged here, Chain of Corruption as well as the taunt, meaning that Sentinels get once again another kill going over to Type this time around.
I really thought that was the great escape, but Sentinels, they secure that kill. And again, without Mana Frieza, they're gonna have a hard, Liberty is gonna have a hard time starting this fight. Yes, you got Freaks for the Hextech ultimatum, but it's not this big AoE that you need to fight Sentinels with their comp.
Liberty do get something back though. First turret in the top side. Kona working away on that with his.
No, but he still get hit by the Cyclone on the clone, so
it's never really safe. That's talking about Cyclone. The first Cyclone is going to be used. Lockdown coming through from Freaks. Ultimate used by Beginnings. Managed to find a knockup back on the Mana Frieza. Very difficult to finish off with these kills. Mali and MTS so far away from the fight.
Look at the early game. Rest is dealing a huge amount of damage from the piercing arrows, and it forces Liberty to just back away instead.
And Liberty looked like they had a good engaged there. Very close to finding a kill on
Lining for
time.
this is that
Lapse.
everyone's squishy on LBR. If you're up against bruisers,
If you're up against bruisers, Liberty
Wow.
end up losing one here very quickly. It's going to be Conan going down to the
Conan!
inside. Oh, he's still alive!
alive!
Time crashes in, gets a Nimble Strike finally. Redemption comes through, but it's a little bit too late. Will not be able to keep Time alive. Freaks joins back in, looking for the catch on the Rest. Rest still has Flash Rest to get over the wall quickly.
wow.
Will dodge away to the other side so he does not face off against Boss. MTS losing health. Mali goes back in onto the Corki. The Corki already using his Valkyrie on both expenses. And so Sentinels get to have control here.
They're so tanky. No one was dying. Sentinels was just running over Liberty because they were pretty much very, very squishy. And Mali, look at him go. He was in the middle of...
Looks like Liberty are willing to commit for this fight. He tries to walk forward first.
There it is. Freaks.
Overextended, it's gonna get caught out. Freaks with a beautiful
Oh, getting
engage,
rest.
gets in the backline, exits Mana Freezer with a face breaker as well as he locks out the
Rest is
Varus.
on.
The big one ultimately finishes off the kill onto the Varus. Over by the side, Time still dishing out damage. Such a powerful Wukong.
What?
The front line is too tanky, has too much damage. An infinite amount of sustain for the Wukong. Time looking to take down Boss as well. He picks up the Hunting Fruit, still alive. Freak misses a chance for the kill by missing out on the hook shot, but they still find it. Ultimately, Boss needs to get away. Watch out for Mali. He comes in, hits the dunk, and they're looking for the kill on the Freaks as well. The last one up for Liberty.
This is going to be very tricky. 1v2. I know you got true damage, but this is a little bit tricky with the silence. You cannot do anything if you dive in.
But the Dragon is still up. Rift Arrow popped in the mid side. Sentinels will not
Have
be able to
enough
find
yet.
it.
Again, for the tanks. Round 2, baby.
And we're right back into it. Clone pulled in with the showstopper. Mana Freezer loses health so
Gone.
quickly this time around. Rest is untouched and he gets to do damage. MTS dashes in with the Proto Belt. Looking for the pickup. The Emperor Hand won't connect. Freaks left to run back into the jungle of Sentinels.
Yeah, this is jungle in exchange for the support. Again, Mana Freezer is needed in these fights, and that's the reason why Liberty just is going to back away instead. Sentinels, though, is able to get a good grip of vision on the side of that Dragon. Infernal Drake still not taken, by the way.
And for as long as this Infernal Drake is up, Liberty are able to use it, Type running back in as quickly as he can. 3,000 HP left on this Dragon, but Teleport starts to come in. Mana Freezer with the engaged Facebreaker only lands on the beginning, looking for the start the hunt where he can. But it's Liberty that finds the Dragon in the chaos of the fight.
Gotta love what Liberty is doing, right? They got the Dragon, and they know that they don't need to fight just yet. I wonder if Sentinel's trying to bait this.
Time trying to go back in again. They get to change corruption on the Mana Freezer. It should be the first kill. But the Mana Freezer flashes over the wall.
Tick, tick,
But
tick.
the Raptors still manages to live through the Ignite. Liberty start to run away in the mid lane. MTS looking for the engagement. Will not be able to get the Emperor Hand, but Mali with the kill.
Nicely done finish. Execute from Mali here on Kinzin.
Can he find a catch on the Time again? Very nice talk. Gets Justice Punch on the corner. The arrow will finish him off. Rest walks away. Does not have to look for the kill. He gets it anyway.
Meanwhile, look at bottom lane. Freaks taking advantage. He also has Hull Breaker, by the way. There are no objectives. Gonna take this tower down. 1-3-1. Facebreaker.
Trying to go in onto Mali here, but not sure how effective this is going to be. Buying so much time here as Time running over quickly. He has the Cyclone. Mali still losing health to the Ignite. Freak splashes in to secure the kill, but with that, he's also secured his own death.
It's 1-for-1 now on that fight there. It's a top lane versus mid lane. Mali for Freaks. Well, good thing there are no objectives just yet, or else that could have been tricky.
Is the Baron not an objective, Riku?
Okay, fine. It is an objective. It is an objective.
Wow.
Already
Baron,
trying to make sure that Freaks doesn't push too much.
Yeah, you are the Camille, so it is easier to get in, but still quite far away. They find a catch on the boss. Boss, you might be able to flash, but you're still at risk of going down. Mali comes in. It's a kill out for Rest. They've taken down the Corki.
Oh, gotta love what Type did. Interrupted a Valkyrie midway. Type still going in? It's like that's a no. Freaks holding his ground, still pushing bot lane though.
They're trying to get some damage control done. They've already lost the mid lane, so what else can you do? They just want to push the bot side.
Yeah, without boss, no wave clear. It's gonna be awkward. I feel like SEN can do this, can destroy this tower.
Want this tower quickly, and they're able to shred it down so very fast. Ras still has his arrow. They get the inhibitor. One mistake here from Boss, and the mid-side inhibitor goes down.
My word.
Flash after flash out from Sentinels as they're chasing after Liberty in their own base. Won't be able to find more though.
Gotta love Liberty holding their ground, making sure that Freaks instills pressure still, because it's not like Freaks can do anything in the mid lane at the moment. Might as well.
Oh no. Freaks.
Pressure down.
Cyclone again. Gets the shield. Has the flash.
Oh!
Beginnings. Lying in wait.
Can they buy time?
Taunt comes across. The rest of Liberty's starting to run in now. Mana
Perfect.
Frieza with the engage again. Begins trying to use his ultimate, but gets canceled in the process. Mana Frieza
45.
still alive, but he will go down
Boy.
eventually, buying some time by going golden in. The hourglass
Kinzin?
rest is still in the back of the pit.
Kinzin!
Molly needs to trade
He's
back, but
alive!
Kinzin heals up so much health.
He was 1v2ing at the back of that
Liberty
pit. At the
held
back of that.
on. And by the time Boss was able to join back in, of course, we saw what happened, was able to keep Kinzin alive. Now, Elder Drake started up. The real objective
Yeah.
started up by here by Liberty. Time is a distance away. He's still in the mid lane. He needs to start walking in first.
Oh.
Mana Frieza going to pull them away. Watch what
FTS.
happens here. FTS dashes into the back
Who
line,
gets
but
it?
the Dragon
There you
goes
go.
over to Liberty in time. Kinzin's still alive here, but FTS will finally manage to find the trade, take him down. Mana Frieza needs to start running. Rest wants to chase after, but the Proto Belt, of course, going to be used. Freeze off by the top side. He's
Kono
going to
wins
do
the
damage to the base
1v1.
of Sentinels. Watch out for what happens here, and Freeze is here to prevent the recalls. Sentinels cannot go
Wow.
back into base. They cannot recall
They
Riku.
cannot. They cannot. They cannot.
Kona's still there.
Kona's hitting it. Kona's gonna hit the
He's
Nexus.
brought the minions into base. He's onto the Nexus. There is no
There it
fortification,
is.
but he has no more mana.
They're
Auto
trying.
attack, on auto attack. Time cannot stop that. Liberty get game number 1.
Inexplosive